Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing 12 yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this 1st quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 to throw again. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Tua. That's caught left side by Judy. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Kareem Hunt taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Taking it about the 1. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would.
And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Tua now on first down. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From midfield, here's Tua. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kareem Hunt. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by Myers. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a top.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Two and now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A carry here for Hunt. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Looking to pass. Tua. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tua setting up shop to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give right side now to Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Xavier McKinney able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 64 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for him. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run out of the gun with Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Tua. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime. And because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
You know what? Why don't you just start over?
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but then take a seat.